just thought my future was going to be pain, living in a world of back pain. My name is Tom Reyes, and I have had back issues since a very early age. Back when I was in the military at the age of 18, a lot of heavy lifting over a period of 6 years. After the military, I joined law enforcement, and a gun belt puts an awful lot of weight around your hips, and you're in and out of a vehicle on a regular basis. And then over that period of time, my back just continued to get worse and worse, to the point where I went and saw a surgeon. It was clear, based on the MRI and the CAT scans, that surgery was needed. And we started with a laminectomy, which occurred in 2018. I was told that I would likely be coming back in for a back fusion because it was worse than they had expected. And sure enough, fast forward about a year and a half, I was in for a back fusion. Once that process or that procedure was done, there was some relief for a period of time, but over the years, it's just continued to get worse. And I was in a place at that point where I'd kind of given up. I didn't think that I was going to. I just thought my future was going to be pain, living in a world of back pain. And then my family physician reached out to the Peninsula Pain Clinic. I decided to go, and this is where I met Micah, and it was life-changing, literally life-changing. And when I checked in, pretty soon I was called in by Micah's assistant, and she asked me a few questions, and she said, "You're really going to like Micah." And I said, "Okay." He came in, he was prepared. He said, "I've looked at your surgery reports, I've looked at your MRIs, I've looked at your CAT scans, I've done this, I've done that, and I know what we need to do moving forward." And that in itself was extremely refreshing. And then he asked me a question. He said, "Have you ever heard of an SI joints?" Which I had not. He goes, "It's very common for those to give you pain after a back fusion." And he said, "When you're back from England," he said, "we're going to get you in here and we're going to give you injections into those SI joints." So we scheduled the injections, and he goes, "Have you ever heard of this specific medication?" And I said, "No, I have not." And he goes, "Well, it's something that's fairly new, and in low doses, it's found to help relieve pain." And I said, "I'm willing to try that." And he goes, "Well, we're going to get that prescribed to you right away." Before I left to go to England, I had started on that medication. And it was a life-changing event for me. It was the first time in many, many years that I actually was enjoying myself. I was not in the same pain that I'd always been. Granted, I have pain, but what they have done here is they have found a way to help me manage the pain. This clinic has given me hope for the future. When I look out 5 years, 10 years, I know that they will be here, and that they have a plan to help me to manage this pain each and every day.